Special session on the topic Chartered Accountants Exploring Opportunities as Entrepreneurs. This session will explore you how we as Chartered Accountants can leverage our skills to start and grow successful businesses, highlighting the potential for innovation and leadership within the profession. I invite CA Rupesh Rajgopal, Chairman, Ernakulam branch of SICASA of ICA, to escort our esteemed speaker for the day, CA Varsha Kagani, to the dais.
Accountant and district topper of ICAI in 2004 and holding a diploma in information systems from ICAI, CA Varsha Kankani began her corporate journey with PricewaterhouseCoopers, specializing in statutory and internal audit. Throughout her career, she has amassed extensive experience in leadership roles with renowned companies such as Vodafone and Carvalho. Currently serving as the Director of Fashion Granite and Ceramic Tiles Private Limited, CA Varsha has successfully revitalized her family business, achieving a remarkable 70% growth through strategic initiatives and robust systems implementation. A very warm welcome to you, ma'am. Now, without further ado, let's begin with the session. The stage is yours, ma'am.
Just a minute. You can be set. In fact, every year when we do the conference, we have one session on entrepreneurship. How many of you want to be entrepreneurs? I can see very few hands. You don't want to give jobs to others.
Probably I would be able to help you to grow the numbers.
Sorry?
I would be able to help you growing these numbers.
Absolutely, absolutely. See, last year's speaker is here. Our Anand sir was the speaker because he moved out from practice and he's now into edutech. And this year we have Varsha. Varsha is a chartered accountant, as we all know, and an entrepreneur, a very successful entrepreneur in Cochin. So I thought, who better for you on the session? Over to you, Varsha.
Morning, everyone. Can I hear good morning? Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Rupesh and Anjana, for this wonderful introduction. So a brief about myself. I am Varsha, a qualified chartered accountant and diploma in information system audit. I was born as a daughter of, as among 5 daughters in our family with no son, and 3 of our sisters are chartered accountants. So I am not here to teach you anything new or give you a lecture. I am just going to share my journey as a chartered accountant, which will consist of 3 parts: my corporate journey and the lessons which I learned through this journey, the greatest switch of my life, followed by my entrepreneurial journey and the lessons learned, and what all you can find in this session, which I will share with you all. So, how many of you think that chartered accountant is very, very easy? How many of you think that being a CA is a very easy job? I think only one hand is being raised. So, I will just give a brief about me. I had done my schooling from Rajasthan from a Hindi medium school till 12th standard. And I did not have very good marks in 12th standard. So it all started with my parents wanted me to be a chartered accountant. So I thought the thought of being a chartered accountant itself was not very easy. And studying from a Hindi medium school to an English medium itself was a very, very tough task. So when all the subjects which were being taught in me to Hindi medium school, like you see economics, your business laws, accounts, and all were studied in Hindi medium, and I had to learn all these subjects. So when the teachers were teaching me these subjects in English was a very, very daunting task for me to even understand. But the saying goes, courage and perseverance is not about having the strength to go on, but it is about going on when you don't have the strength. So that's how all my CA journey began. I went on to complete my CA foundation in first attempt, and then I did my articleship. And it was my first step for my CA journey. So clearing foundation gave me lot of confidence in my life to go ahead with my CA journey. After that, I went on to clear my CA inter and CA final exams in all first attempt, and I was the district topper for my CA final examination. Thank you so much. With this mind and grace of God, I completed all the exams. If I look back at my CA journey at the early age of 21, it was not an accident, but it was a result of hard work, perseverance, learning, studying and sacrifice, and passion for what you are doing and learning to do. It's a wonderful feeling to be a chartered accountant. Everyone feels that the life is completed when you complete your CA examination. But trust me, real life just starts with completing your CA exams. So you will think that now it is the end of life, but trust me, it is the beginning of your new life, and the real life struggle starts after completing your CA examination. So I joined PwC Chennai office, which gave me an experience of eyes on details, complete documentation, entire work in a systematic manner, meeting deadlines, and most important of it was working very, very hard was a key to success. So after joining Big Four, you think your life is growing great. And after joining PwC, I was hopping companies from PwC to Vodafone, Arbitron, Carvale, and going up different corporate ladders across different industries like telecom, automobile, and IT. And my father was busy working his building empire. So I was thinking that this is the perfect life which you can have as you are growing in your corporate ladder. But that's when real life struck me hard. So our family business had come to a standstill, and this forced me to step out of my comfort zone. So when situations are not great and you have to go and help your dad, so it is not an easy task where you don't have the knowledge of business. So till now, I never thought that I can be an entrepreneur, or I never even thought that I can be in the field of business itself. It was never meant for me. I always wanted to work. My dream was to be a chief financial officer of a top corporate house in this India. But you have some other plan for yourself, but life takes you and your destiny takes you somewhere else. So that's where I left my comfort zone and I went on to join my dad to his business. So it was not an easy thing, but it was my dream to step as a son for my father and stand in the business. That's how I got into the business. And I would just give a brief about our business. My company's name is Fashion Granite and Tiles. I'm a director over there. We are into flooring material business like tiles, granite, marble, natural stones, flooring materials. So we are into this business. I did not have any idea about the business. So I had to start from scratch. So during this situation of crisis, where the entire front-end team of the company had completely left, and your supply chain was completely dismantled. Everything was looking blank during that point of time. That was the time when I stepped into the business. And what was there with me when I joined the business? Of course, I did not have the knowledge of the business, but there were 3-4 things which I had when I had to join the business. First thing, it was my CA industry experience, which really guided me that yes, I can do it. The second thing was that perseverance and willingness to do, that you can get in on the ground and everything will be taken care of. And third thing was that guidance from my father, that he was not a chartered accountant or he was not having any professional degree, but he grew the business from a very small shop. So we say that like normal Marwadis are spread across the world to take the business from a small place anywhere. So I had this knowledge and guidance from my dad, which helped me in taking an initiative and starting understanding the business. So after that, I started understanding the business, different verticals of the business, different product mix, combination of cost, revenue, a basic understanding of the business. So from there on, I went on to build a complete new customer base for our business, helped in setting up the entire supply chain which is spread across India. So we take the materials or we purchase the materials from different parts of India, not only one place. So you have different kind of people which are involved when we purchase the materials. So with a woman entrepreneur, which is rarely seen in this industry, with a tough competition in this field, we could not only survive after joining the business, but I grew the business by growing the sales by 70%, which was a very, very, very tough task. And there was one more thing. This is how CA degree helps you, that I had saved the company 50 lakhs of rupees. How many of you are just fresh into the CA profession, but there was a time when there was a transition happening from KVAT or value added tax to GST, and there was a provision in the GST where you can take the credit, input tax credit of the existing stock which was there at your place. You can take the credit. Doing the calculation of that credit itself was a very tough task. You had to extract all the purchase bills of previous supplies. So I had worked on those numbers and it saved the company almost 50 lakhs of rupees. This was possible. So this is, all these things looks very easy, but when you really do it is your complete life goes into it. So it is all possible because of hard work, dedication, perseverance, positive attitude and zeal to do something, and a go-getter attitude. So what all things which helped me, what all things you really feel that being a chartered accountant who has industrial experience, which can help you in building business? So any guesses here? Can anyone think that what all real things which can be there? It would be all out of box. It's not very easy. We really, when we are a CA student, our entire focus is on just learning accounts, finance, and all the statutory requirements. But when we are into business, this is a very, very small part of the entire business. So these are the basic things which I learned during my CA industrial experience. I'll just give a brief about it. We should have the complete knowledge of business and understanding of things from business perspective. Trust me, finance and accounts is just a very small part of the entire business. It's all about we should understand from business, revenue, cost, what all things revenue is made up of, different product mix the company, how you can increase the revenue. So our mind as an entrepreneur should always run in towards how you can bring the new business to the company. If we get stuck with, okay, this is the existing revenue, how we should account it. If accounting or finance becomes your focus, then we will not be able to grow up. We will be able to maintain the accounts and everything properly, but will not be able to grow up the business. So first thing is that our focus, as during 5 years or 4 years of entire CA profession, we learned how we should do bookkeeping, how to maintain accounts, how to learn laws, how to do implementation of laws. But the most important thing in the business is that how we should think from a business perspective, how we should think numbers, how you can improve the revenue, how you can minimize the cost, and then all these things would be reflected in your finance and accounts. Financial FP&A, financial planning and analysis, is a very, very important part. I learned during this my working of one of the US-based MNC in IT that how much FP&A function is an important part of your business. It is not a one-time activity which you do on an annual basis and keep it aside. It has to be done on a monthly basis. We have to do it every month and review the actuals with what did we plan, where did we fail, where did we succeed, what all things we can learn from it and continuously apply it so that you can bring more and more business. To maintain, I think this would be very, very easy for everyone to maintain your financial statements and accounts on a timely basis and accurately, to have periodical meetings with your team members and to give a proper structure on all the action items. Decision making, again, this is a practical learning that decision making is the most important part of any business. After discussing it with all the concerned stakeholders, preparation and review of cash flow statement, and most important learning which you look is to how to firmly stand on what you have decided for your business. So this has been my life journey till date. But as a CA student, what all things you can look forward to be an entrepreneur? Any guesses? Okay, so I want to understand one thing. How are currently CAs being perceived in real life? What all things really, what all things does it click when you see chartered accountants? Can anyone tell? I just want to ask, I think everyone would be able to hear, or do you? Anyone want to raise hands and tell? So, what all first things which comes in mind as chartered accountants? Experts in taxation, experts in maintaining finance and accounts, experts in statutory audit requirements, and then you would work as a different verticals in industries at different hierarchy levels of various, starting from being a fresher going up till vice president, CFO of various companies and industries. Experts in audit and due diligence. So the next thing, I think it's not very difficult, it's not very easy, but you can consider CAs in different, CAs being entrepreneurs. Trust me, when this tag is there, CAs being entrepreneurs, it's a different feeling, it's a different, it's lot of gratitude, because the learning of journey from CA to entrepreneur is completely refreshing, it's very exciting. So, how many of you, like Rupesh earlier asked me, how many of you would like to be chartered accountants? Then I can tell you as to what all things or what all are the pointers or what all are the different feelings when you talk from being CA to an entrepreneur. This is my feelings, okay? Like what all things I feel right now when I have seen my entrepreneurial journey. So business is a passion. It's a passion which you enjoy doing it. When I entered the business, it was very, very difficult and I never used to enjoy it. But it was by default or say destiny, I joined the business. But when I am standing today in the business, I really enjoy doing it. And when you enjoy doing it, you would want more and more business every day. So it's a different feeling, like you want to, everywhere your eyes would be open as to where you can get your new business from where you are getting your new business, who is going to be your new clients. That is the feeling which I carry everywhere. And for business, sky is the limit. It is the sky which is the limit for business. So there is no limit for business. It's like an ocean. So earlier when I was studying for CA, people used to tell me CA is like an ocean. Now I feel that CA is an ocean in the field of, like CA is a part of a bigger ocean in terms of business. You are master of your own. Then it is a great feeling towards giving employment, that you are generating so many employment opportunities for different people. You are giving employment, you are adding economic value to your country, to your state. It's combination of different functions like sales and marketing, purchase, HR, operations, finance. So business is not just one function called finance. It's like a combination of different functions. And most important, which I have really felt, it gives courage to your life. You can say, yes, I can really do it. I mean, I really feel that now if I'm standing here today on this field compared to when I started my CA journey, and it gives me so much of confidence that yes, I can really do it. So when Rupesh asked me, can you present the session, I thought for 5 minutes, but then I told, yes, I can really do it. So this confidence comes from the business. I think by working, this confidence will not come. But when you work in the business where you have to take the decisions and all, this courage automatically comes to you. And most important learning is you should never worry about failures. It gives the confidence. You should be ready to take risks, and then yes, there may be, you may fail 1 time, 2 times, but ultimately you will stand up again and again, and you will feel that yes, you can do it. Lifelong learning, it's a very, very important lesson, because business is a continuous learning process where you have to learn new things, you have to evolve yourself. It's a very tough competition in the field, and you have to crave a niche for yourself. You will find a niche for yourself that yes, people will come to you. Yeah, I really regard you. I mean, to be very frank, I would want to share my real life experience. When I was joining my business, people were thinking that I am just holding a CA degree. That how will she, first of all, it was a CA degree, and then I was a girl, I mean a woman, where people will feel that how will she be able to do. There were people in the industry and people in the family, they all were telling that how a CA, as a chartered accountant, she can only do an office role, or maximum you can go and do audits at different places, but you can restrict yourself only to the office. But I proved everyone wrong. And then the biggest thing was that all the people who were talking at your back now comes back to you and tell that great job. So that is the kind of confidence which business gives you. And the most important shift in your lifestyle. So what it changes your mind, that your attitude towards life, you will be focusing more on the solution for the problems rather than the problems. Otherwise, what happens is that we get lost in day-to-day life. And then, okay, what is this problem? What is that problem? All the problems. We are just focusing ourselves on the problems. But when you are in business, your attitude shifts from the solution to the problems. So that is the difference between when you get into the business, your attitude changes. So now, like this has been my learning experience during my entrepreneurial journey and my CA journey. But now I wanted to tell, since whoever want to be a chartered accountant and entrepreneurs, there are 2 fields which they can look. Either they can start their new ventures, or they can grow up their existing business. So it's not very difficult, it's not very easy, but definitely once you decide that no, I want to be master of my own, here are the things which you can take care. If while you have decided that you want to start up your own venture, you can consider the following things. First, you have to take, I think everyone, while you had made the decision to be a chartered accountant, at that time it was a difficult task. So when you, after completing CA, you can think that I want to start my own company, then you have to start your new venture, or you can join the existing business. So first thing is to decide and then face the courage to start the venture. And once you start, all the things fall in place. So you have to think of the new capital which you have to bring, or a loan which required, then project financing. Then you have to set up the enterprise, like you have to register your company or a partnership or a proprietorship, and various statutory registrations like GST, PAN, TDS, shops and establishment, PF, ESI, all these new registrations which you have to think. And the most important thing, when you are starting your own venture, you have to start with budget. Most of the people who start business fail that, okay, they will just go in the flow. But as a CA, we have already learned about the entire, I think everyone would have learned during their studies. In our times, it was financial accounting, where we think of the new venture, we have to plan our budgets, we have to set up revenue, cost, what are the different break-even points. So when I just joined the business, I had taken care of all of these things. So everything it was there in detail in my mind as to where I have to go once I decided to join. So all these things can be taken care while you join the business. And when you are going to grow up the business, these are the things which I really feel that CA degree really helps you. The first most important thing is that it helps in credibility of the business. If I see any supplier or if I see any customer who comes down to our shop where I tell that I am a chartered accountant, their trust factor increases or it just doubles as to, okay, fine. So if it is a supplier, I mean, just 2 days back, I had a real life example where one of the India's topmost supplier had come to our, he was a South India head, and he came to our shop, and then when I told that I am a chartered accountant, so he was telling them they don't have to worry about anything. Okay, if he is a CA, means things will fall in place, like their payments will be done on time. So they are not worried. It improves the credibility of the business. And same is the case with the customer. Customer gets confidence if you are a chartered accountant. Then it helps in setting up of the structure for your organization. You can set up different verticals like sales, finance, HR, marketing, all of these verticals. You can set up the KPIs for your company, and you can read those KPIs, key performance indicators, and you can decide as to where you want to take this business KPIs from this, or you want to increase your revenue, you want to bring down your cost, what should be your net profit numbers. So these KPIs would be always there in your mind. What is my sales and marketing budget? These KPIs always run in back of your mind. And then standardization of the system. So we have to set up the entire business. Entire business has to be divided into operations and strategic manner. So we should not get stuck in the day-to-day operations of the company, because the importance of being entrepreneur is that you have to, it is most important is to bring always the new business. So we should set up the system in place in the operation where day-to-day operations run smoothly, and you have a complete process for that. And if the process takes care of the business, then your focus shifts from day-to-day operations to getting the new business. And I think this happens, we learn it from our student days as to how to handle work pressure. Because the new name for the business is that either you have to face challenges every day, you have to solve problems, and you have to handle pressure. It can be of anything. Business is new, you will see challenges every day in the business. So challenges and business both go line in line. It will be never be a day when you don't face challenges in the business. So you just have to solve those challenges every day. And I think everyone, all the CA, starting from their student days, learn these challenges as to they know how to handle work pressure, because work pressure is part of being a CA journey. Eyes on details. So I think this starts from again the CA days, where you need to have hands-on experience in your business, getting into more details, and then most important is that we know process, systems, everything in a detailed way. None of the employees can lie to you or can tell any lies to you that okay, fine, this is the way, because it is very easy to catch on if you have detailed knowledge. And last but not the least is that technology is the key enabler in the business, but it does not convert the business. So if you want to use technology, you have to use your brains to use technology. Technology itself, that you have installed this system, it will get you the business. No, it doesn't happen that way. Technology is an enabler in the business. It does not give you the business. With all of these things, I remember the quote from one of the managing director who told once during a CFO conclave that chartered accountant with an entrepreneurship is the most deadliest combination in this world, which can take your business to the heights. Can anyone guess as to who that person is? This is the quote: the chartered accountant with entrepreneurship is the most deadliest combination which can take your business to heights. Any guesses? No, he is not a chartered accountant. He is from Kerala, and it is Kerala-based company who is a chartered accountant in business. And it is a very big learning for me itself as to how, as a chartered accountant, you can add value to business. It is none other than Mr. George Puttut, who told that you can really grow business if you are a CA because it is very important to have perspective of business. So I would love to sum up my session with one just small statement. Future belongs to those who believe in their dreams. By Eleanor Roosevelt. Future belongs to those who believe in their dreams. So each one of you over here, just set up your dreams and go for it. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Varsha. In fact, it was a very nice session. I think you're attending an audience after a long time, you know. She's more into business than into training and sessions and all that. She's been handling a big multi-crore business for some time now. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you so much, ma'am.